wilds of the Bay Area, but he did provide us with a burst. So, take it away, Will.
Hey guys, Will Durst here with a few choice words on the two major party presidential candidates. And yes, there are differences. One is a Democrat and the other a demagogue. One is a woman who has big hands and the other isn't and doesn't. And as Michael Bloomberg put it, one of them is not insane. But this is America, damn it, where, yeah, sure, we acknowledge our differences. After all, each and every one of us is special and unique, like a baby snowflake. But this is a country that also celebrates what binds us together. And the Donald and the Hillary have an amazing amount of similarities. For instance, both are Americans who live in New York, are right-handed, and sport bulletproof hair. Both treat the truth with a disdain normally reserved for Zika-infested mosquitoes. Both of their spouses are beloved enablers of the tabloids. Each of them has the same connection to regular humans as a Learjet has in common with sourdough yeast. Both have unfavorable ratings higher than the guard geese downwind of a marijuana field on fire. Each is fond of mangling the English language while wearing a suit. Neither is an actual billionaire, and both are still picking the juicy wreckage of vanquished primary opponents from between their toes. Both have been in the public eye, not always in a positive light, and each has problems with the new technology. One is stymied by emails and the other addicted to tweets. And finally, the two candidates do agree on one thing, and that is, if the other is elected on November 8th, it will result in a disaster, not just for the country, but the hemisphere, the planet, the solar system, and the universe. And the two have united millions who believe on this issue they both may be right. For the cause effect, I'm Will Durst.
Thank you very much, Will.
Good stuff, Durst.
Absolutely. So let's get into the news. Of course, the big story everybody talking about, we were talking about this before the show, and so many little things going on. The Olympics still happening.
Really?
Yeah, and one of the things, I have a day job, and, my nights are, I feel like I'm about to go into a Styx song, Long Nights, Impossible Odds. But I haven't been watching the Olympics that much. Plus, because NBC is showing them time delayed, which a lot of people are complaining about, we get the scores during the day, and then you go home and it's sort of anticlimactic. For me, at least with the swimming events, there's really only one way to win a swimming event: swim really, really fast.
Swim faster than the other people.
Yeah. So you find out who won the gold during the day, go home, turn the TV on, and, well, there they are, swimming faster than the other guys or women. But, we wouldn't be Americans if we didn't find things to complain about. And I think there's a lot to be complained about legitimately with what's going on with, not so much with the Olympics, but with the coverage of the Olympics.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's responses to things. And I'm horrible with names, as I've already proven here during the show. The gymnast who won gold and
Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles,
but didn't put her hand over her heart during the national anthem. And this is an issue.
Yeah, she just won the gold for America.
It says she's not patriotic.
She just won the gold
and then
for the United States of America. We need to be.
In our crazy-ass society, the hands got to go over the heart. If you don't, you are, you're evil by not doing this. I mean,
and God, I'm blanking on her name. The swimmer, African-American gal who won the gold, tied for gold with Canada. I was watching
Manuel, I think it was.
Yeah. And I was watching the medal ceremony on TV. Put her hand over her heart, but she tied for the gold with a Canadian swimmer, who then since they tied, they played both national anthems. Played the American national anthem first. Then, when they played the Canadian national anthem, the swimmer stood there at attention with her hands clasped in front of her. I kind of looked over Canadian press, did not see any Canadians freaking out
They're fine.
about. Now, is this because their swimmer was white, or because American people are insane
Because
and need to find
Americans
something
are
to bitch about no
crazy,
matter
racist, complaining, foaming at the mouth lunatics. I mean, why else? Who cares? You're standing there respectfully with a gold medal around you.
They did it to Obama, too. Obama didn't have one. He didn't wear like the American pin flag.
Oh, right.
one
His
time.
lapel pin.
Yeah, and then one time
what. Or
he
the
didn't-
picture with the feet up on the desk.
Yeah, or one day he didn't have his hand over his heart. Oh, he's not Christian. He's
Saluted
not
a soldier with a coffee in his hand.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean. And and who are these people? Like we have a checkpoint that's going to come. Oh, well, they're not patriotic enough. This says here he should have had. Let's check this off. Did you have your hand over your heart?
Did you have your pen?
Yeah. Did you have your pen?
Your hand.
Did you remember to scratch your ass before
Where's your Big Mac?
Yeah, just all this stuff. But it's like you said. It's how our society goes. It's how you keep. We're just like I said before, a bucket full of crabs, man. We just yank each other down. We don't care. We try to stop people from achieving. They achieve something, let it go. Oh, you forgot to do this, forgot to do that. But I won. Isn't that important?
Yeah.
Just like she said.
Yeah.
I won. How hard is that? I've trained. I won.
The medal for the country.
Yes. That's not enough, though. You want more?
Never enough.
Yeah, you want more? Yes. Yeah, okay.
But by the way, Lou Santini is the comedian whose name I was trying to remember earlier.
Lou Santini, we salute you.
But and then one of the other issues that we were talking about, and this is just devolving into a whole Rodney Dangerfield realm of no respect. Again, the swimmer
Simone Manuel. Yeah.
Thank you. Picture in, I think it was the San Jose Mercury News.
Oh yeah.
With the Canadian swimmer.
Right.
Under the headline, Michael Phelps shares gold with African American woman.
Unbelievable.
And yeah,
Unbelievable.
It's like, first of all, the under that headline, Michael Phelps wasn't even.
Right.
First of all, second of all, the Canadian swimmer doesn't look a thing like Michael Phelps.
Right.
So it's not like that mistake.
person is a non-person.
Well, I mean, also, they know that this was bigger than Phelps.
yeah.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
That story was way bigger. And they wanted, they refused. Whoever the editor was of the paper
Yeah.
said, put this story there.
Yeah.
And, and he got backlash. He should have known he was going to get a backlash. And it's like, and the girl goes to Stanford University.
Oh, man.
She goes to Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you still, just hauled off and just kicked your ass. I mean, but where's the outrage? None.
Yeah.
It was enough to get changed it really quick because they came in, it hit the airwaves, and they were like, "Oh no, you did not." To the point when NPR did a story on it and everything, and they, so.
Do either of you watch Tonight with John Oliver?
Yes.
I had a really good piece last week on the death of newspapers and journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And
wonderful piece.
A lot of times, especially with like the Daily Show and last week tonight, hopefully someday this show, when the folks who present the news in a comedic sense to make it more palatable to the masses, focus on something like that, becomes a big story, and the targets will kind of shape up a little bit, to show some sort of a gesture that they're making an effort. So for that piece to air last week, and then for a newspaper to do that, and that's in addition to all of the coverage on NBC, where it seems like none of the female athletes could possibly have succeeded without a man in their life.
Well, wait a minute. Now and I don't know if you saw this, but you probably should have.
Probably should.
NBC was pissed because did you see the volleyball? Did you see it in the volleyball?
I watched some volleyball. Yeah.
How did you
indoor
feel?
or beach?
The beach. How did you feel about the females playing?
About their uniforms? Are
Yes.
we going to discuss the tiny uniform
Yes,
of the female athlete? I'm of two minds. I figure, beach volleyball, it's played in your bathing suit, so I think it's appropriate to the culture of that sport. I noticed that men don't aren't as scantily clad.
Right.
There's a great image in the New York Times this morning of a woman in full, I can't remember the athlete's name, but a Muslim woman, and playing an American woman, and their hands meeting. The ball is over the line of the net. Their hands are meeting, and the American is in her tiny swimsuit, and the Muslim hijab and full covered, full. Mm-hmm. And the question in the paper is, who is more constricted? Which uniform is more constricting to female identity?
Right.
And it's a legitimate question. I
Well,
think.
there's a Muslim woman in fencing who wears her. Was it hijab?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wearing hers, Well, but NBC got upset because they're saying they're showing this during the daytime, but the women said that this is what they want to wear. They had no one said, like we set it up. Okay, because a man is going to be a man. I mean, he's going to say, hey, wow, hey, because all the guys, you're going to discuss about, there it is. Mm-hmm. But the women stated, no, this is what we're wearing. I want to wear this. Okay, no problem. So I was just, but NBC, this is wrong. This should not be allowed.
We presume that's a cultural oppression.
Yeah.
And maybe in some situations and in some light it can be. I mean, where does that come from? What does it stem from? I'm
But if it's an American woman who is deciding to do this as expression of her religion.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying they're doing this as a way of saying that, hey, this is outfit, and this is what we're going to wear to represent our country.
Yeah,
and that's the way it was. I mean, they played their butt off. I mean, you can true. People can say whatever they want, but either you're there to watch volleyball, or you can sit there and or
you're there to look at butts.
Look at butts all day. Yeah. But this is it. I mean, it is what it is. It's not. They weren't doing anything wrong. It's I don't know why NBC's all up in arms. You can't. We. Some things are accepted, and then you say, no, this isn't accepted. Which is it?
Well, my guess is, was there a Nike swoosh on the hijab or any sort of branding on there at all?
But she said it earlier. These people, something could happen to her if she even showed an ankle.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the thing is, my guess is NBC is getting way more upset because... where's the branding? How is there no money making going on here?
Exactly.
These people are just playing sports for the joy and the competition. That's not what the Olympics are about. We got the American dress uniforms or Ralph Lauren. There is branding. There is money to be made here. Mm-hmm. You are leaving dollars on the table.
Get on board.
If there is no Nike. Middle Eastern women's conservative outfit to be
well, actually, one of the women that's in they did a documentary on her. I don't know if you guys saw this. That she was for the Olympics. She ran while pregnant. Did you see her? The chick who ran. Oh yeah, there's a documentary. This chick is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, she smoking.
Right.
And she's sitting there carrying. She's like 7 months pregnant, she didn't booking. I'm like, wow. And they did a doc. I don't know what it's. I forget the name of it, but. They did a documentary on her and said she was going to be in it. Had her baby, boom, kept on.
Working. You have that. If you're running at 7 months pregnant, that baby births itself.
Yeah, I mean,
it just slides right out of you. So you get a little gator.
She like an energy drink when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, she did not stop because she said, "Look, I want to get prepared. I am pregnant. Nothing I could do about that. So hey, I'm going to train." While I'm pregnant, and there's a documentary coming out about her, but she was a girl who was playing volleyball. I think one of them she had like 3 or 4 shoulder surgeries. They never thought she'd come back and play again, and was out there. Yep. Toughening it out. Yeah.
The human meat sack is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave that one.
I didn't say ball sack. I said meat sack. We're just bags of meat, sentient bags of meat. So, at the intersection of journalism and sports, let's talk about just for a minute this horrifying stunt that the Daily Beast pulled in the Olympic Village. I don't know if our loyal listeners have heard about that, but a journalist from the Daily Beast by the name of Nico Hines, let his name be known far and wide, thought it would be a really funny, great idea to set up a Grindr account and go into Olympic Village and basically bait gay athletes, for, in air quotes, a hookup.
Right.
And then wrote about just sort of like